Paul McCartney has spoken about the Rolling Stones many times over the decades, and his comments show a mix of friendship, respect, critique, and musical perspective. Initially, McCartney emphasized that the supposed rivalry between the Beatles and the Rolling Stones was largely a media invention. In fact, the two bands would coordinate release dates so they wouldn't compete directly, and McCartney recalls hanging out with Mick Jagger and Keith Richards early in their careers, even hearing Ruby Tuesday before it was released and expressing how much he liked it. He's also named several Stone songs, like Satisfaction, Honky Tonk Women, and Ruby Tuesday, among his favorites. Despite this mutual respect, McCartney hasn't always been uncritical. In a 2021 interview, he described the Rolling Stones as a blues cover band and suggested that the Beatles' musical influences were broader, remarking, "I'm not sure I should say it, but they're a blues cover band. That's sort of what the Stones are. I think our net was cast a bit wider than theirs." This comment was part of a larger discussion about musical styles and legacies, and it was interpreted by some as a pointed observation rather than outright dismissal. In another interview with Howard Stern in 2020, McCartney agreed with the host's view that the Beatles were better, explaining that while he loves the Rolling Stones and thinks they're a fantastic group whose live shows he tries to see whenever possible, their roots in the blues made their creative palette different from the Beatles, who he felt pulled from a wider range of musical influences. McCartney has also discussed how the Rolling Stones sometimes followed the Beatles' innovations. He noted that when the Beatles went to America and had huge success, the Stones did the same later. And after Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the Stones released their own psychedelic effort, their Satanic Majesty's Request. He framed this not as rivalry, but as a sign of influence and mutual admiration, and reiterated that the Stones are a great, great band. Beyond commentary, McCartney's relationship with the Stones has extended into collaboration, most notably by playing on their 2023 album Hackney Diamonds, showing that despite past comments, there remains a deep connection between these rock legends.